Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and we're going to be taking a look at your next 7 days, more specifically next weekend, because this weekend was a complete disaster when it came to sunshine and dry weather. Very chilly, lots of rain across most of the Midwest, but fortunately, as we work away on to next weekend, and I'll show you that here in a second, better weather certainly on the way. But Monday, well, not so much yet. Take a look. Lots of yellows and even some greens showing up right here in the Midwest, and that means the low pressure system is just hanging around, spinning, giving us a lot of rain, a lot of clouds, and certainly some very cool temperatures. Our normal high should be in the 70s. We're not going to see that for your Mondays, you can see here. But do notice, though, nice warm up there off in the Central Plains. Those of you there are going to look at some really nice weather, and certainly along the southeast and down in Florida where it's going to be fairly warm. By Tuesday, we're going to start seeing that breaking down a little bit. That area of spin is going to start working its way up into this area. It's still going to be a little chilly right here in the exactly Midwest, Ohio Valley, but clouds should start breaking up a little bit. But notice the expansion now of some of these warmer colors, and that's going to be heading our way. Specifically here on Wednesday, you see it working its way in. We'll see another little bit of energy coming in by the latter next week. Could give us a chance of showers, but I think for the most part it's going to be fairly dry by the latter part of the week. But nevertheless, temperatures, and that's the key, will be more May-like than more March-like that we just had. As we head on into your Thursday, Friday, we're looking at, again, temperatures about normal, so at least we'll be in the 70s. I think we'll be seeing some dry weather, but we're going to be seeing some warmer temperatures here, again, working their way in, especially off towards the west. You see some really nice warm temperatures, and that will be certainly working its way more in this direction. This is on Saturday. You can kind of see here temperatures will be above normal. I think next weekend, in fact, will be pretty nice right here in the Midwest, temperature-wise. The problem, though, is going to be down here in the southeast. Notice some yellow showing up there in southern Mississippi, Alabama, as well as Georgia and northern Florida. That's because you're going to see some rain. That really shows up here on your Sunday. You see all that yellow, and we're looking at a pretty good intense system. You could be looking at some severe weather for next Sunday, but notice the warmer temperatures here on Sunday here in the Midwest, especially up in the high plains. You're going to be well above normal. You'll be looking at temperatures certainly in the 70s, maybe even some 80s up into that area. But also notice the Pacific Northwest, another system working its way in, keeping you rather cool as well as pretty wet there too. Precipitation-wise, there's spin on that Monday. Again, not a very nice day right here in the Midwest. This is where that warm-up is taking place. We have a May sun. It's really, if you get the sun right now this time of year, you're looking at some warmer temperatures. Lots of energy, though, off towards the west there on your Monday. On Tuesday, it starts diving its way towards the southeast. We could be looking at some severe weather in the state of Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, even portions of Mississippi and even Texas. So keep an eye on that. Still some clouds and some rain around the Midwest. Again, though, starting to decrease a little bit, working its way up towards the northeast. But it's going to hang around for a long time for those of you in the northeast. This is not going to be pretty nice. Now, this is on your Tuesday. Come Wednesday, we're starting to see a little bit more in the way of sunshine. Not a lot yet. We still have some pockets of some light rain, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly dry on Wednesday. Northeast, messy. But notice that energy down in this area. Keep an eye on it. That bit of energy in this one here, I think it's going to come together and could produce some severe weather down along the southeast. Here on Thursday, you kind of see it kind of diving southeast. It's going to be fairly wet for those of you down in Texas and along the Gulf Coast in Louisiana. Here's another little system coming through. I don't think it's going to amount to very much. We could be looking at a little bit of rain there. And then Friday looks nice, but notice that energy really working its way now into the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to head pretty much towards the east. In Florida, it looks like you're going to be seeing quite a bit of rain, but you do need it down there. It's been fairly dry for you there, but most of the country now drying out, with the exception again of the northeast, where it's pretty nasty up in that area. And this is on Saturday. You kind of see lots of rain down along the southeast, especially in the state of Florida. Most of us, though, seeing quite a bit of sunshine. So as I said, we need to get past this weekend so we can get into next weekend. And then by Sunday, there's that, remember that patch of yellow for temperatures? That's going to be in this area. That's where we could be looking at some severe weather. Certainly a lot of rain, once again, also down in Florida. But the rest of us, well, most of us are going to see quite a bit of sunshine and warmer temperatures for next weekend. So the next couple of days, slow increase in temperature, a little bit better in the way of sunshine, but certainly by the end of the week, things are looking more May-like. I'm George, the Weather Dad.